In this video, we're going to take a look at this accessory set for the Dremel, the SC725 kit, which is almost identical to the EZ725 kit. First, we're going to go over the differences between the kits. Then, we'll take a closer look at all the included bits and what they're used for. And finally, I'll see how much money you actually save by buying a kit like this instead of picking up the accessories separately. Dremel uses different names for the locking system depending on where you are. Here in Europe, it's called the speed click system. Any accessory that uses it gets the SC prefix. In North America, the exact same system is called the Easy Lock system. So there it's sold as EZ725. The systems are identical and can be used interchangeably. For the sake of the video, I'll just use EZ when referring to the bits, so I don't repeat myself too much. Now, when it comes to the kits themselves, there's only one major difference. The American kit includes the EZ545 diamond cutting disc. This is great for cutting harder materials like tile and stone. And it's a bit that I use quite a lot. The SC725 kit instead includes the SC541 grinding wheel. This one is thicker than the standard cutting disc and has an indent in the middle, which makes it easier to shape metal and grind away sharp edges. It also makes flush cuts easier, since the Mandrel does not get in the way, but it will still leave marks in the surrounding wood. Personally, I think the North American version gets the better deal with the diamond disc, but it really depends on the kind of work you're doing. Here's everything you get in the kit. All the bits, mandrels and cutting wheels. Most of these use the Easy Lock mandrel, the only exception being the sanding drums. Let's go through them and take a look at what they're used for. Links to the kit and the bits will be in the description below. This is the EZ544 wood cutting wheel. It's coated with carbide grit and is actually very efficient at cutting wood. If I need to cut small shapes or trim pieces in something like a 1/4 inch plywood, this is usually the bit I reach for. It's also really useful for removing bulk material when working on wood carvings. For me, this is one of the most valuable parts of the kit. Next, we get 4 EZ456 metal cutting discs. These are the standard cutting discs for metal when it comes to the Dremel. They're sturdy, reliable, and do exactly what you expect. There's not much more to say, they just work. We also get the 3 thinner EZ409 cutting discs. These are also designed for cutting metal. They create a thinner cut and remove less material. But I have some issues with these discs. The center mount can break off, which makes the disc unusable. I have not experienced that with the normal discs. Those have a bigger mounting area with 4 contact points, while the EZ409 only has 2 smaller ones, so the mounts are simply not as strong. I stay away from these, or at least don't cut anything thick. Next, we got the EZ476 plastic or PVC cutting disc, and you get 2 of these. Sometimes it says plastic on them, and sometimes it says PVC. But in reality, many plastics will melt if you try cutting them with this, because of the heat buildup from the friction. These work best on PVC and harder plastics with higher melting points. It can also cut thinner plastics like this fairly well, but at this point you can just use a scissor. Next, we move on to the sanding drums. We get the EZ407 sanding drum mandrel. This makes it easy to swap out sanding drums. You simply pull it out while it's mounted in the tool. Remove the drum, slide on a new one, and push it back in to secure it. It works well, though it is a little bit hard to pull out and push in. I have heard other people having problems with this mandrel, and that it loses its grip over time. But this has not happened to me. This is my old one that I used quite a bit, and it still works fine. We get 2 types of sanding drums in this kit, the finer 120 grit and the coarser 60 grit. You get 20 of each. The finer ones are better for smoothing surfaces, although you won't get anything perfectly flat with these. The coarser ones are better for removing material and shaping wood. You can also use these on other materials. They actually work really well on metal. We also have the EZ411 and EZ413 sanding discs. These are 60 grit and 240 grit, with 6 of each. I don't use these very often, but they can be useful for cleaning up flat areas on wood carvings or preparing surfaces like epoxy inlays before pouring. One advantage is that they don't have a screw in the middle like the ones that use the 402 mandrel, and that screw can sometimes get in the way. Next, we got 2 buffing pads. The coarser 511E is quite stiff, and I like to use it for removing splinters and rough edges on rounded shapes. For example, cleaning up the inside of a hole after drilling out a circle. The finer 512E is much softer and less aggressive. This one is better suited for buffing and polishing surfaces, especially on harder woods. It also works really well on metal. These buffing pads has a hole in the middle and can be used with a 402 mandrel as well. And finally, we have the 423E polishing cloth wheels. You get 3 of these. These are softer polishing wheels made up of multiple layers of cloth, so they conform well to the shape of your workpiece. They're mainly used for fine polishing and finishing, especially on metal. For best results, they're used together with a polishing compound at low to medium speeds to achieve a nice, shiny finish. The polishing compound is not included in this kit, but it usually comes with a standard Dremel set. When it comes to the value, it really depends on where you buy the kit, which bits you actually need, and what you already have in your toolbox. If we do a straight comparison based on the online prices I could find, adjusted for the number of bits included, we end up with something like this. The North American EZ725 kit comes out to a value of around $170, while the actual retail price is usually somewhere between $60 and $80, depending on where you buy it. Of course, not everything in these kits will be useful to everyone. For example, if I were to buy the EZ725 kit, I already have the EZ-Lock Mandrel. I'm not that interested in the sanding drum Mandrel because the old screw-style version worked perfectly fine for me. I rarely use the fine grit sanding drums since I mostly use the coarse ones for removing wood. I also don't really like the thin cutting wheels. And fine polishing just isn't the kind of work I use my Dremel for. So for me, personally, the practical value of the kit drops closer to $100. But even then, you're still coming out ahead compared to buying everything individually. So, especially for people who don't already own many bits and wants to stick to genuine Dremel accessories, these kits are actually a pretty solid value.